Have you ever wondered what it truly takes to unseat a government that has ruled for nearly 60 years? In 2024, Botswana witnessed a political earthquake. A Harvard-trained human rights lawyer named Duma Boko led the opposition from the courtroom to the presidency, ending the reign of Africa's longest ruling party. Today, we dive into Boko's extraordinary journey, his bold governance style, and the lessons his story offers for African democracy, investment, and leadership. Duma Boko's rise was far from inevitable. Born in a small Botswanan village in 1969, he went on to earn degrees in law at the University of Botswana and Harvard Law School. Boko's early career was defined by his commitment to justice, defending indigenous Basawa communities, and advocating for the rights of people living with HIV/AIDS. According to Encyclopædia Britannica, these cases not only established Boko's reputation as a champion for the marginalized, but also shaped his political philosophy, blending human rights with pragmatic reform. His entry into politics was turbulent. Boko faced legal hurdles and party infighting, but ultimately became president of the Botswana National Front in 2010. Recognizing that fragmented opposition could never defeat the entrenched Botswana Democratic Party, Boko orchestrated the formation of the Umbrella for Democratic Change, a coalition uniting opposition voices. We are here to provide an alternative. Botswana might be a middle-income country, but the majority of its people are poor. We need to change, Boko declared, as cited by ISS Africa. As opposition leader, Boko built his credibility not just through fiery speeches, but through tireless legal advocacy and coalition building. His refusal to resort to violence, even when contesting election results, reinforced his belief in the rule of law. Instead, Boko filed legal petitions and called for institutional reform. According to Al Jazeera, this approach reinforced Botswana's status as one of Africa's most stable democracies, where political battles are fought with ballots and in courtrooms, not on the streets. But what makes Duma Boko's governance style stand out? At its core is an unwavering commitment to inclusivity and transparency. When Boko assumed the presidency in 2024, after the Umbrella for Democratic Change swept the polls in a landslide, he immediately appointed a cabinet rich in young talent and women, breaking from Botswana's traditionally male-dominated politics. As the Washington Times reported, this signaled not just a change in leadership, but a profound shift toward true representation. Boko's economic philosophy blends social justice with pragmatic investment. Faced with a sluggish diamond-dependent economy and nearly 30% unemployment, Boko vowed to double the minimum wage, expand healthcare, and aggressively diversify into sectors like tourism, agriculture, solar energy, and digital technology. Botswana has peddled a myth that the economy is sound, business is easy, and the media is free and transparent. The truth is elsewhere, and it's time to put things right, Boko told reporters, as cited by the UK Guardian. Yet, far from scaring off investors, Boko's reforms are designed to attract them. He has committed to liberalizing investment laws, cutting bureaucratic red tape, and making it easier for foreign experts to work in Botswana, all while promising zero tolerance for corruption. This balancing act, raising wages and defending the poor, yet opening the door to new business, shows a rare understanding that economic growth and social equity must go hand in hand. Crucially, Boko has moved quickly to address past injustices and strengthen democracy. He fulfilled his campaign pledge to restore indigenous land rights for the Basawa people, setting a precedent for respecting minority rights across the continent. He also announced a comprehensive constitutional review aiming to strengthen checks and balances and make Botswana's democracy more reflective of the people's will. The peaceful handover from President Masisi, widely praised by regional and international observers, reinforced Botswana's legacy as a model for democratic transition in Africa. What can other African leaders learn from Duma Boko? First, the power of unity. Building coalitions rather than allowing opposition egos to fracture efforts for change. Second, the importance of respecting democratic institutions, challenging injustice through courts and legal channels instead of violence. Third, the need for bold yet balanced economic reform, investing in people while attracting capital. And finally, the courage to prioritize the marginalized and include youth and women in national leadership. Let's not forget, Boko's journey mirrors a broader shift across Africa. From Hakainde Hichileme's victory in Zambia to Lazarus Chakwera's in Malawi, opposition figures armed with vision and perseverance are transforming the continent's political landscape. As noted by Carnegie Endowment and Al Jazeera, this trend demonstrates that with persistence, unity, and faith in the rule of law, even entrenched systems can be reformed for the better. Boko's story is more than a Botswanan victory. It is an African lesson in hope, resilience, and responsible leadership. For investors, his administration's reforms signal a safer, more transparent environment where opportunities aren't limited to political insiders, but are open to those willing to contribute to real growth. For African youth, women, and marginalized groups, his inclusive policies promise a future where every voice matters. And for other leaders across the continent, Boko's respect for democracy and legal process sets a new standard for peaceful transition and people-first governance. So, as we reflect on this new era for Botswana, the question remains: will Boko's presidency be the beginning of a genuine African renaissance in governance and prosperity, or will the old challenges resurface? Only time will tell, but the lessons are clear. If you found this analysis insightful, don't forget to subscribe to the African Reset for more stories that matter. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Duma Boko's leadership style can inspire a new wave of democracy and investment across Africa? And which African leader or political issue should we explore next? Share your thoughts in the comments below.